Hello, 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 welcome, and I am the Crumbstable, and thank you for joining me for this first episode, where we get to try something festive. Seeing as it's Christmas, we're doing a bumper episode today, where we get to try one of these. Now, I assume if you're from the UK, Australia, maybe even places like America, but I assume all around Europe, these kind of biscuit tins will be quite familiar to most of us, probably not even containing biscuits half the time, probably quite full of sewing kits and needles and threads and all sorts. But I thought that I would try the selection here as our very first episode, because there are 5 biscuits in here, so I thought they're mostly the same, they're not too dissimilar, so we'll try a few of these. The format will be that I will typically try the biscuit twice, once in its standard form and once dunked into my lovely cup of tea here. Now, seeing that there's 5, I won't do that with all of them because 10's quite a lot of biscuits, but I think we can get away with trying a couple, giving them a dunk and seeing how we go. So, first of all, I want to say that the first thing that we want to try is crumbliness. Now, that was quite soft, but there's a bit of crumbliness to it. These sugar-coated biscuits, opposed to the non-sugar coated of these buttery biscuits, have typically been my favourite in the past. Now, these brand, I don't know if there's a brand. Obviously there is a brand. These are Queens, but there are so many varieties of these that you see over the Christmas period that I don't know if there's one company that just has a million branch names that they make all the same biscuits and they churn them out all across the world. These are awfully good. Or if there's just lots of little small companies that make their fortune each year around the Christmas period. But I thought, other than that one, that was a tester, we'll try one of these and one of these as our benchmark for this tin. The crumbliness, they're quite soft, they break quite easily, there's not much of a snap to them. That'll probably be the butter in the biscuits, but the main thing we want to see is the dunkability of these biscuits. Probably should have snapped that in half, we'll try a whole one, and see how it holds up in a tea. So we give it a good old dunkaroo. See, it holds its form quite nicely, but how does it taste dunked in tea? Yeah, very soft, very quickly. That was very mushy, very sweet though, very delicious, but it doesn't hold its form very well in tea. Again, I assume because of the butter, but does it impart much to the tea as well? That's also another good. So you know, the tea tastes like tea, it hasn't been affected too much by the bicky. Well, how does the sugar biscuit hold up? We'll give that a dunk. Give it a nice little swish and a little dunk and a Now that held up slightly better than the non-sugar coated form. Still a little bit mushy, but that little layer of extra sugar helped it keep its form. I don't know about you, but I do love these kind of biscuits. They do bring back fond memories of Christmas past. That said, I shan't let that affect the overall rating of these biscuits. Now, they are quite... Sorry, flies here today. It's Australia and it's the summer. They are quite simple biscuits, quite homely. There's not too much variety, but they do what they do very well. Overall, I would say that these were probably a good 6 bickies out of 10 on the old Bicter scale. There's just not enough variety to keep you interested in the whole tin, because I am rating these as a tin as a whole, not for the individual biscuits. Whilst they are classics, and you can certainly see why they are a festive favourite, there's just not enough to keep one interested the whole time. But they do certainly make for a darn good bicky. Thank you for joining me. I've been the Crumbstable, and I hope to see you again for another bicky. Good day.